Returning to the cyclemaster. Here I'm just removing spokes so I can cut new spokes to length. It saves having to work out and calculate the offset on the wheel and such things. And now it's the chain guard. The fully enclosed chain guard has to be fitted over the rear fork and everything got into alignment. This isn't an original component, it's a pattern part, so certain things have to be moved around to make it fit. The hole at the back was happily in the right place, but the front hole needed a bit more work. And as you can see, it took a bit of pondering on my part. Eventually I decided I was going to drill a hole and thread it in the frame, as done on the rally type bikes. With the chain guard bolted into place, I trial fitted the pedal cranks. Make sure the chain wheel wasn't hitting it in any way, and there was enough clearance for the train to reach the back wheel without fouling on the inside of the case. Every now and then I just sit back and take a general overview of the whole project. Just look at things, make sure everything's exactly where it's supposed to be and it's heading in the right direction. The saddle was cleaned up and a few rusty nuts were replaced with nice shiny new ones to take your eye away from the darkness of the springs and everything. This was then slipped into place on the saddle post, everything brought into alignment and tightened up. The saddle was made by Dunlop, so it's actually a rubber saddle as opposed to the traditional leather. If anybody out there knows a good way of restoring the rubber to the original shiny black, could you leave a little message in the comments box for me? I've been searching on YouTube and as yet haven't found anything for cleaning old rubber and restoring old rubber. With the new spokes cut to length, I dug out my old thread cutting machine so that I could roll the threads on the end of the spokes and get them ready for building on the new rim. I have another video showing how this is done in a lot more detail. If you have a look in my channel list, you'll see it in there, with others on wheel building and other useful stuff if you have time to have a look. It can be a bit fiddly to set up, but once you get it set up and everything in alignment, it's straightforward to use. As you can see, I'm getting into the swing of things now. Here you can see me putting the red decal colouring on the engine cover casing. It's been base coated in silver. I'm now brushing on the red enamel. A very fiddly job, and I'm surprised I can still do it, but it turned out okay. Just took a bit of time to get everything nicely lined in. I find the little pots of Model Maker's enamel very good for this job. It seems to have a very nice consistency for using the brush without it getting runny or blobby. A quick key up of the surface, and the petrol tank was lined in a similar way to the cover. Some people only do the bottom line, some people do all three. I chose to do all three. These were actually harder to do than the engine cover. They don't have the same definition, so you have to be more accurate with your paintbrush. And as you can see, getting the right angle to start was hard enough. But luckily I got away with it. Then finally everything was given a coating of clear coat. Obviously you have to wait until the enamel dries before you do this. Thanks for watching.